I've played I have played through it at least 5 times, but it has been more than a decade since I've touched it. But mainly because I didn't have the way to play it anymore. But it is still one of my all-time favorite games. Now, fiance here though, who is
Hi.
sitting on the floor,
Yes, I'm on the floor.
does not actually know the story behind Metroid, so I'm just going to give a brief little summary of the first 3 games because this is technically Metroid 4,
But
which is separate from the Metroid Prime games, which
okay.
are sort of like their own part of the timeline. I think they take place after Metroid 3, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. So basically, first game, Samus is sent to, I believe, the planet. No, it's not the planet in this game. She's sent to a different planet in order to kill Mother Brain and destroy all the Metroids. She does that. She gets shot down by space pirates.
Of
Has
course.
to infiltrate a Chozo ruin, get an upgraded power suit, and escapes.
Well, you know.
The planet is still intact. Second game, the Galactic Federation. That is important. Second
Yeah.
game, the Galactic Federation sends her to the planet they discovered to be the home of the Metroids because from like all the data they gathered from the space pirates, and so they send Samus there to completely wipe out the Metroids, which she does, but after she has defeated the Queen, a baby Metroid hatches directly in front of her,
Oh
and
dear.
rather than attack it, she realizes that it is non-hostile because it bonded on her as a mother,
Aw.
and so she spares it and takes it to a research lab to essentially be studied, hopefully for the betterment of mankind. Unfortunately, that is when Metroid 3 starts, which is Super Metroid, and as soon as she leaves the station, she receives a distress call from that station, and guess who is there and steals the baby Metroid?
Ridley.
Yes, even though she killed him in the first game, he is back,
Well,
and
like we said, he's a very genetically enhanced
Evil
hockey
Space
player, evil space pirate hockey player who eats poison mushrooms. Of course, he's gonna come back. That's
Yeah,
just a winning combination right there.
yeah. So he comes back, and Samus chases him back to the planet where the first game happened. And after going around and defeating a whole bunch of monsters, she defeats Ridley, but finds that the container holding the baby Metroid is broken, and the baby is nowhere to be seen.
Oh.
So she goes around and she finds out that Mother Brain is still alive and has created another base on the planet. At which point she is attacked by a giant Metroid, by which I mean it is like twice her size. It drains her down to 1 health before suddenly letting her go and going off to do something else.
I guess she has a bad aftertaste.
No, it's actually the baby, but fully grown.
Oh.
Yes, but when she finds... Hold on, water break.
Hydration station.
Yeah, when she finds Mother Brain, unlike the first time where it's just shooting a big brain in a jar, after she does enough damage, the area around it falls away, revealing it on sort of like a terrifying robotic T-Rex body. Oh, and Samus, to put it bluntly, is in no condition to fight it even at max power, which she is.
Okay.
And that rainbow laser that you see in Smash Ultimate when you summon Mother Brain as an assist trophy, she uses that to knock Samus down to like bare like the lowest health that you can go if not like close to it. But just as she is about to finish Samus off, the baby Metroid comes back, grabs onto Mother Brain's face, and drains it almost completely of energy before latching onto Samus and transferring it over to her.
Aww.
But unfortunately, Mother Brain is too strong to be destroyed like that and is able to recover to the point where she then kills the baby Metroid. Samus, who has now gained the rainbow laser for herself, blasts Mother Brain with an endless barrage of rainbow lasers, destroying it and then causing the entire base to begin self-destructing, which destroys the entire planet.
Because of course it does.
Yes, and as another side game, it's implied that some of the Metroid DNA remained on Samus's armor, which allowed other people to basically get the genetic code for Metroids, which will come in handy when we start the game, which we are about to.
Also, fun fact, when Pie Master was showing me the game cover that you've currently been looking at for the whole thing, this is how he described it. The creature on the very right was a space pirate. The creature on the inner right was an evil thing. The creature on the inner left was an evil frog. And the creature on the Far left was an evil, like, ghost thing.
Zombie thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the need to share that.
Yeah. But that is basically the story up to this point. Metroid Prime fits in somewhere between those games.
Okay.
But it is definitely before Metroid Fusion, and you will see why in the opening story segment.
Okay.
So with that, let's begin the opening segment. Nintendo presents...
Excuse me.
Metroid 4. I'm gonna wait hopefully to configure the menu settings later. B.S.L.
Is that her ship?
Yep.
Look at her.
Just flying around.
Her kneecaps look so sharp.
Warning. Asteroid field ahead. Distance. Closing.
Is she traveling with or guarding this ship? Oh, wait. Wait a minute. What did she just do? Did she just fly into the asteroid and crash?
That will be explained in the opening actual cutscene.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. This is just the way that you can suspend the game and create other saves in it.
Was she traveling with that ship or just...
She was on the ship that just drifted sideways and crashed into the asteroid field.
Well, no, I know that, but I was wondering if she was traveling with that other ship.
I think she was returning to it after her mission was over.
Oh, hi, Bookworm.
Hi, Bookworm. And that's the end of the game. Good night, everybody. You wish. Samus, as the space pirates learn repeatedly, Samus does not die that easily.
Neither does Ridley, apparently.
Well, yeah, Samus has killed him at least 4 times, and one of those times is going to be late in the game, but for now, let's actually begin.
Oh my gosh. That's the end of the game. Good night, everybody.
I have been assigned to watch over a biological research team. So once again, I found myself on the surface of SR-388, the planet where she killed all the Metroids, which is very important. She is leading the science team, sees a monster, and moves ahead to take care of it for them. Oh, what the? Oh. Game controllers, you are ruining the dramatic suspense, for the love of... Moving on. Oh, fires missile, misses.
There.
Oh, what's that?
You got it. Hello?
Bloop, bloop. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism known as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infected my central nervous system, I lost consciousness and my ship drifted into the asteroid.
Okay, well that explains that. So basically X took her over for a minute.
It literally knocked her unconscious because it's... Well, we'll see.
A parasite?
A very, very dangerous and deadly parasite, as you will see.
Oh.
The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel recovered us and transported me to the Galactic Federation HQ.
Okay.
However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me,
oh my god,
corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival.
Oh, I hate stuff like this. Oh, but it makes me cringe.
Then, someone found a cure.
Good job, buddy.
They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine, possibly the one that was still on her armor after the baby Metroid died. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. the X-parasites were immediately and completely destroyed.
Well, that's nice. Except what problems are gonna happen next, because you know this isn't the end of it.
No.
There you go.
As for me, one life ended, yet I survived, reborn as something different. Her armor changed because, like it said, it was so ingrained with her biological systems that injecting Metroid DNA permanently altered her, though we don't learn how much until the next game, Dread. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over.
Aww.
We'll soon be arriving at B.S.L. research station. I must prepare for docking. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biological Space Labs, or B.S.L. research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion had rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I am being sent there to investigate. A mission on the B.S.L. station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt computerized CEO is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking this ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I've found myself having to do so. Makes me recall my other CEO. Yeah, well, she kind of needs a new ship since her last one is kind of completely scrapped.
Yeah.
Alright, it's been more than a decade since I've played this. What is it? Bookworm. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, which, to be fair, compared to the earlier Metroid games, this one does have the creepier atmosphere. Not as creepy as the latest one, but it still can be creepy at times. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay.
Oh, yes, that's always good.
The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR3A8 as well as parts of your suit infected by the X-parasites. The cause of the explosion is as yet unclear. Investigate. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now, go to the quarantine. Yep. And unlike most games where Samus just doesn't... Yep. And unlike most of the other games where Samus doesn't have most of her abilities for reasons that aren't actually described, in this case, it is actually... She does actually have a very good reason. Yep. I don't have Charge Beam. I can at least grab ledges, but that is about it.
I like the little animation of her grabbing the edge. Yank!